pretty sure we are live, allegedly. So, give this a second to kind of tick down. I am trying a new platform recommended from a colleague of mine that I actually learned about at Defcon, which is what we're talking about a little bit today, called Research. So, giving it the good old college try to kind of see what everyone thinks, how it can begin, how the quality is. Quality actually is pretty solid. And we're going to kind of go with the flow of this one for a bit and kind of just see how things run. So I am live streaming right now on YouTube and Twitch. Yes, Twitch. I grabbed all the channels. I have all my handles there. And for doing the free version, I'm going 2 streaming platforms at a time. So I have some music going on in the background. We have this cool. Let's see if we can hit a name and username, the follow on, going down. And yeah, it's kind of neat. So I'm kind of digging it. So if those things go away, I kind of keep the bottom exposed for a bit. But hold up. Okay, yeah, it shows I am live. So cool. So as you can see by the title of the con is, or the title of the video is I survived Defcon 33 and oh my god, what's this? So I know there's a lot of us all back from the conference right now that are recovering from illness and sickness. I myself kind of have a slight scratchy sore throat. A few folks have gotten COVID, and it's very common and not unheard of for that kind of gunk and stuff to get passed around when you are having to deal with that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I wanted to bring up a quick little video on kind of what was DevCon like this year. So, had a pretty cool run around this year. I got to work inside one of the new villages called the New Village, which, if you saw me there, awesome. Drop a comment, drop a like. If you saw me there, it's so cool. And obviously, we have a Discord, just crazy cool speakers. And I was pretty locked into the village this year, so I didn't go that many places. But it was a blast. I got to talk to a bunch of guys and gals, all trying to break into cyber, all just excited to be there at the conference. Got to add a bunch of cool people to my network and grow, not only in Discord, but LinkedIn and even in YouTube. Also got to talk to some folks I've actually had on the channel. So John Hammond, Dakota Snow, Tyler Ramsby, which was awesome. Get to hang out and talk to them for a bit and have them come to the new village and share some great information with some folks trying to break into cyber. So yeah, well, let's go ahead and get started with a quick kind of show and tell. So as you noticed, I kind of put on the title of this video today. I went to DEF CON and all I got was this. So wanted to show you kind of some of the cool swag I picked up this year from my DEF CON visit. So let me kind of go and check one thing real quick. I think the wifey was giving me a ring. Hopefully it's either to give me crap for live streaming or she might be on her way home, but one of the two. It's fine. We're going to we are going to start showing some stuff off. So as I mentioned, so going to DEF CON is I won't call it a rite of passage, but if it's something you haven't done in your career in cybersecurity, and if you see me looking this way, it's because my camera is this way, but the actual video is actually right in front of me. So let's do this because now I can look at the stream and now look at my camera. It doesn't look as weird. But yeah, so the thing I think I like most about DEF CON is there's some awesome, cool, amazing, cool swag that half the time comes from folks just going to the conference and bringing their own kind of things to sell and kind of generate their own kind of revenue for their own hobbies or side projects. But also just to give out to folks that go to the conference. So I'm gonna first kind of go off with the merch I got from the Defcon official merch store. So for those that don't know, I collect shot glasses. So I picked up a Defcon shot glass. The year's colors were kind of green and like this cool, or black and like a neon green. And they had a really cool 33 logo, which I kind of wish they put on the shot glass. They had it on their Steins, but unfortunately, I didn't pick up a Stein this year. I was too worried for it breaking on the way home. So I held off on that. The second thing I got, let me see if I can get to this without showing off all the rest of the items yet. Oh, and I don't have one of the things I bought. I got a Hawaiian shirt, a cool Defcon 33 Hawaii shirt. Because here being in Arizona, you can only have so many hoodies. So unfortunately, I passed on the hoodie this year and picked up this really cool Hawaiian shirt. So, and the next thing I picked up, which it's actually in the laundry because I wore it to work yesterday, was a super cool polo, which I'll wear on one of my streams one of these days to check out. But I got it actually really nice, cool, has the Defcon logo. It's just a nice polo shirt because when I have to go into the office, I have to have a polo shirt on. So some other cool things I'm going to show you guys is I had a friend that was able to attend Black Hat, and he did me a solid and kind of picked me up some new shirts for the year. So here's one of them. And that's from Oasis. And if you guys can't see what it says Oasis presents, I think it says Linked in Loud, the Silent Disco Tour. So that was kind of a cool one. I'm going to show another shirt. I thought this one was kind of clever. So this one says Command Grill Fast and Fresh. So kind of like a C2C command and control, which I thought was funny on play on words. This one was pretty cool. So this company was actually based, I think, out of Israel. And I think their office in the US was out in New York. But it gave me, oh man, not Grand Theft. Is it Grand Theft Auto? I think vibes. I think it gave me Grand Theft Auto vibes, which I thought was kind of cool. So the company's name is Hunters. And it says Eat, Sleep, Hunt, Repeat. So I thought that was kind of a cool shirt. So I picked up that one for the hacker swag. All right, here's a kind of cool one too that was floating around. This one I think was from the A10 Hacker Mind. Pretty self-explanatory shirt, but I thought that was kind of neat. And my last but not least, my favorite shirt that my wife is probably going to steal and never let me wear, and I'll never see it again. So for everyone that is a D&D fan, you'll understand this concept or the play on words. But the funny thing is, I've kind of watched this show, but never really fully got into it. But it says Stranger Pings, kind of like Stranger Things. So this one was from Sophos this year. And yeah, I thought that cracked me up. I thought that was extremely funny. So, and then probably one of my favorite things. So transitioning now off of clothes and shirts to now kind of additional swag and small fun items you can kind of pick up. So this awesome, cool Lego set from Sophos. And you can see, if you didn't, the Lego guy was actually from Ninja One. And the only reason why I switched it out with the other Lego set is because it's a ginger with red hair, which I thought was cool. So pivoting back to our continuation of swag bag, we're going to switch over to badges. So I kind of went light on the badges this year, and I wasn't able to probably go around as much due to I was volunteering inside of New Village this year. So what is New Village? New Village was a new community that came into Defcon this year to introduce first-timers to Defcon and folks that are breaking into cyber, trying to get into the field. And we had an amazing team, amazing lineup of people that came and talked, by the way, inside of our workshop, or not workshop, but the community. So, and all those videos are on the Ginger Hacker YouTube channel. We had such a large request to record our talks on Friday, the day before the conference actually started. We went ahead and did our recordings on my channel for this year. Next year, we're hoping to have the New Village YouTube channel and everything else within our Discord. You can find that on newvillage.org, and you can go from there to get into the Discord channel, events we have, cool CTFs, and so much more we're going to have going on this year, to include possibly going around some other cool conferences. I'm very excited to kind of announce that. And I think as we go in more and more places, we'll see where we can kind of pop up at, but we're almost 99.99% sure we should be coming back to Defcon next year. So we're so excited for such the great response we got from the community and other villages, and even goons that came like, wow, this is an awesome village. Where we had folks that had been coming to DEFCON for years, like, wow, I wish this was here when I came to my first DEFCON. So thank you to everyone that came, by the way, and helped supported that, the volunteers, and a huge shout out to Josh Mason over at Synac, who actually did all the paperwork and got that submitted for us all to be there. Well, after that little shout out, let's pivot back now and kind of show you some more of the cool swag. So as I mentioned, we're switching over to badges right now. So some of the cool badges that I picked up. Cool one I got this year. So this year's DEFCON was a physical badge. So they rotate every 2 years from going to like digital hardware and a hackable badge, sometimes what they call it, to a physical badge. So I got the community version because I was part of one of the DEFCON communities for Noob Village for future projecting. And this had cool kind of different colored scopes you can get into to go through the binder and other things and kind of like kaleidoscope it kind of and see kind of some neat stuff. Probably my next two favorite badges, I actually got two of these, was from Game Hacking Village. So I got, oddly enough, we were handing out stickers in line for MerchCon, and I saw one of their volunteers, and he gave me actually one of their staff badges, which is like a Game Boy Color looking 3D printed model. And so that was awesome. And then they also had a red, green, and blue version of the badge, which, if you can look, looks like a Pokemon you might know, but this guy is actually named Hank. So I thought that was super fantastic and had to grab one of those badges. So next we had actually one of our volunteers, who his handle is, I think, Null404, made some awesome, cool printouts, which I never actually got a chance to write my name on mine, but all 3D printed, which he had a few of these to get and give out as well, which was awesome and amazing. And last but not least, I think I have one more, which I actually kept in the bag still. So this one I had to grab. And so a lot of places this year were doing what they call badge drops. So a lot of DEFCON this year and the goons are cracking down on, I think, people selling badges and merch in the common areas. So what would happen is a lot of folks would just kind of follow folks on Twitter or Instagram or other places like that. And they would post like, hey, we're dropping, or even the Discord, the DEFCON Discord channel, and say, hey, we're dropping badge for this place at this time, at this part of the con. And this is GothCon. It's a tarot card. So the first year I think they actually released these badges were back in DC 30, DEFCON 30, which was my first DEFCON, where I actually got the Six of Swords. This year I got the Empress. And the cool thing with this is it changes colors. Let's see if I can show it to my black. There we go. So it changes colors. And the way they initially did this first was they only made 62 because there's 62 tarot deck cards in a deck. And during their DEFCON party, you had to find they only made 2 of every card. So you had to go find whoever got the other card to network and talk and say hi. So it was a super cool, clever way to kind of network and say hello for their party, which I thought was really, really fun and really enjoyable. And just a great way to connect with people that were coming to the conference, which not everyone is like myself, an extroverted, chatty Cathy. So, but yeah. Here we go. So also plenty of times here at DEFCON, there's tons of cool hangouts, parties, get-togethers that different teams and places will put together or put on for folks to come hang out at, go have free food, drinks, network, connect. So the team at Team I'm going to say this name horrible. Saimaru is a threat intelligence, like a CTI company. I've had a cool hangout, which one of my good colleagues, Eli Woodward, works at, doing cyber threat intelligence, which their work is fantastic. He invited us out that way, which was awesome. At the Sophos hangout party, I got this awesome, cool Sophos box that I think the batteries are dead. The batteries are dead, but it lights up and can go on different colors. So my daughter's already called dibs on this, and she's very excited because she thinks it's super cool and can use it as a night light. Moving down along, we'll save that one for a little last. Of course, nothing can go past Defcon without a bag of stickers you collect for the entire time there. So I have tons of stickers from people that I've talked to across my YouTube channel, folks that came by the village. Let's see. Yeah, Blue Team Village stickers, Red Team, Jason Haddix for Arcanum, pens. I mean, there's so much stuff. It's wild. I probably have over like 100+ stickers that I now have. Also, IC2 was giving away some awesome, cool trivia decks for SSCP, CSSP, CCSP, CGR, and CSSLP of kind of show what you know. So that's actually kind of, I thought was a cool little training deck to maybe pop out and do some cool training with some people. Let's see. Always the Try Hack Me stickers. I also picked up one of the Try Hack Me shirts, but I think I already tucked it away. But Try Hack Me had some awesome stuff going on. We have my buddy actually and I were on our way out, and we actually went to the Lucky Box where you can do like signed jerseys and Pokemon cards. And I had to go try it, and I ended up doing the Pokemon card one. And I ended up getting a verified 10, which was pretty cool. But the only thing is, it's a Pokeball. So a little disappointed, but it was still cool. I ended up looking up the actual price of the card, and I paid $85 for it, and the card retails for $24. So in the hole, but still kind of neat to have a graded 10 Pokemon card. I thought it was kind of neat. It was a cool, just kind of fun thing to check out. And last but not least, probably one of my most favorite things I got from the con this year, which I will be rocking at another conference I will actually be speaking at this year, GurkCon. October 2nd through the 3rd in Grand Rapids, Michigan. If you've not seen that comment or post yet, please feel free to check it out. But being part of New Village and asking my boss very nicely, I was able to secure one of our amazing pink jackets for the Ask Me Anythings. With the stipulation, I have to bring it back next year. When we go back for our New Village time. But yeah, that's just some of the cool swag I got to kind of pick up this go around. And I really had a good time this year, and I got to meet so many cool people within our community in cybersecurity. Everyone was super friendly, willing to share information. And I just want to reiterate to people that just understand that whether you're brand new to cybersecurity, or you're trying to get in, or you're already in, you want to kind of just network, or you're trying to find that next thing to challenge yourself, I really recommend volunteering at local B-sides, any other local Defcon groups you maybe have within the area that you live in, and do your best to kind of keep mentoring and finding those folks that are looking for mentorship to kind of continue to train our replacements in cybersecurity. So, well, hey, everybody, that's all I have. Wanted to check out Restream. You definitely want to hear some feedback of what everyone thought on the channel or in the comments when you see this video. And as always, I will catch you on the next episode of Breaking into Cyber.